2 toddlers, 1 dump truck, and about 4 seconds of peace. You know exactly what happens next. Somebody screams, "Mine," somebody grabs, and every adult at that playground turns to look at you. So you do the thing. You crouch down and you say it. "Honey, share. We share our toys." And he looks at you like you've asked him to hand over his own arm, because that's roughly what you did ask. And in a minute, I'll show you why the word share is a word his brain cannot process yet, and the 2 words that work instead. I'm Dr. Sarah. We go past what your child does into what they actually feel. If you've had that playground moment, subscribe, because he isn't being selfish. He just hit one of the biggest milestones of his life, and it looks terrible from the outside. Let me show you what's actually happening. Somewhere around 18 months to 2 years, your child figures out something enormous. Objects can belong to people. There's an invisible line between his things and other things. That's not greed. That's a cognitive leap. Before it, there was no mine, because there was barely a separate me. The word mine is your child announcing that he's discovered he's a person. And researchers have found something specific about how young children handle ownership. Between roughly 2 and 4, they tend to run on a simple rule. Whoever had it first owns it, which is why, "But I had it first," is the loudest sentence on any playground. That's not a debating trick he learned. That's genuinely how his brain sorts it out. Now here's the part that changes everything. When you say share, you mean let him hold it for a while, then it comes back to you. Your 2-year-old cannot hear that. The understanding that an object can be handed over temporarily and still returned to you develops later. So what he actually hears is, "Give it away. Forever." To that kid. Look at his face during that moment again with that in mind. His reaction is completely proportionate to what he thinks is happening. So how long until he can really do it? The American Academy of Pediatrics is clear that children under 3 don't understand the concept of sharing, and developmental specialists put genuine sharing skills at around 3.5 to 4 years old. There's even research showing that counting ability predicts fair sharing better than age does, because dividing things up fairly is partly a math problem. Once counting was accounted for, age stopped predicting it at all. Which means, if your child is 2 and won't share, he isn't behind, he's on time. So we stop asking for a skill that isn't installed yet, and we teach the one that is. I call this turns, not sharing. 4 steps. Delete the word share from playground vocabulary. Replace it with the 2 words his brain can process. His turn, your turn. Turn-taking has something sharing doesn't. A built-in promise that it comes back. That's the entire difference. 2, let him finish. This is the one that makes parents uncomfortable, so stay with me. When a child is holding something and you take it away to be fair, you confirm his worst fear, that ownership isn't real and things can vanish. Let the turn end naturally. He's having his turn. Your turn is coming. Children who feel secure about their things generally get more generous, not less. You're giving both of them the words they don't have yet. And words are the actual skill underneath sharing. 3, narrate both sides out loud. You want the truck. He wants the truck too. That's hard. You're not solving it. 4, protect the special ones. Before a playdate, let your child put 2 or 3 treasures away in a drawer. Everything else is fair game. This isn't spoiling him. Adults do exactly this. You'd lend a friend your car, not your wedding ring. Give him the same right, and he'll fight less over everything else. And what to skip? Forced handovers. Making a child give up a toy on command teaches compliance, not generosity. He learns that the biggest person decides, and he waits for you to leave. You are not performing for the other parents. You're teaching one child, one skill. Your toddler can't manage this collision on his own. 2 big wants and no words for either. He borrows your calm. That's the whole method. That's the art of containment. One honest note. If your child is closer to 4 or 5 and still can't take turns, even with support, or if playground conflicts are consistently ending in real aggression, mention it to your pediatrician. Not because something's broken, but because a quick conversation early is easy. So next time, no share, his turn, your turn. Let the turn finish, say both feelings out loud. That's it. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Because next, we're doing the thing that makes you feel invisible in your own house. When your toddler acts like he can't hear you. Because you're not raising a child who hands things over on command. You're raising one who gives because he wants to. And that only grows out of a child who felt safe holding on first.